Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is Winback, and on today's episode of Heroes of the Storm, we are going to be playing Murky. Murky is the next in our A through Z playthrough who is considered a melee assassin for some reason. But he's also got a whole lot of nuance in his kit, and he is generally considered one of the worst picks, which I don't think is an accurate representation of what the character can do. So that's a YouTube video. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe your heart out. And then we're on Towers of Doom today with the Malthael, Zool, Ariel, Thrall, Falstad versus Sergeant Hammer, Asmo, Alexstrasza, Genji, and Murky. Now, Murky, I do believe that Towers of Doom is one of his stronger maps. The map is vertically very far apart, and it gives him a lot of space to get between the buildings, of which there is only one for the enemy team. So that means he can do a lot of double soaking really fast. He can do a lot of damage to buildings that are easy to get to and get away from. And that's really helpful for a character who uses a lot of strength to clear waves, push buildings, and then come to the team fight afterwards. Now, if you're not familiar with Murky's abilities, his most important ability is the spawn egg. So this is how you manage to have such a teeny tiny death timer, and it is basically going to keep you in the fight even though a lot of your character has zero staying power. Because Murky's health bar is so small, they're compensating that with the fact that he can respawn almost instantaneously at different points on the map. So you hit the D button to put down the egg wherever, excuse me, put down the egg wherever you want to, and then when you die, you'll come back out of the egg at that point. So, all that being said, Murky is definitely an annoying fucking character, but it's mostly because he's so slippery, and usually the egg is guarded in pretty decent places for people to kill it. So, good news. There's some counterplay if you can find the egg, but typically it's going to be behind a gate, it's going to be in the death zone, it's going to be somewhere people aren't expecting to find it. A lot of really good Murky players will put the egg in like kind of awkward locations where they know that the enemies aren't rotating to, but that is a little bit dangerous, and in order to live dangerously with this character, I mean, it's a little bit spooky because it is a normal death timer on a character who just does relatively little with such a tiny health bar, at least in the early game. But anyway, as we go down the abilities and the traits and everything for Murky, we'll go on with our Q. Our Q is called Slime. It's on a 4-second cooldown, and we're just going to poot out a whole bunch of Murloc slime, and then it is going to apply the little marker on whoever that we hit. It's an AoE ability. The AoE is very small. It's basically just Murky's auto attack range, but if you hit the same person or people twice with your slime, you're going to do extra damage to them. So anytime that you see the little marker under a person's name, that means if we hit them with another slime, they're going to take a bunch of damage, which is really good considering how easy it is to apply it, get in, get out, apply it again. Just lots and lots of abilities to slime the shit out of people. It's like we're a fish frog or something. I don't know. It's really early. I'm really tired today. I'm sorry. But back to the abilities. Our W is called Pufferfish. This is Murky's main form of wave clear. It's just a huge fish bomb that we throw on the ground that explodes after 3 seconds, I believe. Yes, 3 full seconds. But once it gets that full 3 seconds done, it is going to explode, dealing massive amounts of damage. It is the most damaging ability in Murky's kit, and there is a reason for that, because it can basically kill a whole minion wave completely on its own with a teeny bit of assistance. And then in doing that, obviously the wave's cleared, you get all the XP, and then you can fuck off and do whatever you wanted to do otherwise. Also very good for taking camps, also very good for dealing big damage on CC'd targets, assuming that the pufferfish isn't killed. Now the pufferfish can die. It's really easy to kill actually if you focus it, but auto attacks do damage to it. Some abilities do damage to it, others don't. I'm not sure where the big pufferfish damage list is, but some can't hit it, which is just, like, hurts my brain. Kind of works the same way as Creep does for Zagara, so cool. Anyway, your next ability is going to be the Safety Bubble, which is far and away the most important ability for me when I'm playing this character. Safety Bubble makes you completely invincible when you hit your E button, and then you are going to be able to move around still while doing this, but it's a 2-second duration, and it is a fairly long cooldown, 14 seconds. But it also is a guaranteed get-out-of-jail-free card, assuming that you're not deep inside the enemy team or buildings or whatever. I mean, he's dead. He's so dead. Don't walk that way, man. Walk towards your healer up top. You can't kill anybody unless you kill yourself. So, there we are. Sorry, I'm trying new camera things as well, so if my head falls out of frame, apologies. I tried to slim it and squish it while still having my head be fat and huge and in the frame. No, Murky's ults, I don't think that Murlocs is very good. Even as a sieging tool, I don't think it's very good. Even as some sort of, like, weird team fighting, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like the channel time. I don't like how long it takes to do damage. I don't like the fact that it's so easy to dodge. It just, ew. And you compare that to the good ult, which is the Octograph. Jesus, just deleting that character. It's like Sergeant Hammer is going to die. I'm already dead because my health bar is so small, but we're coming back as soon as we can. Alexstrasza is in dragon form, and we are going to get this 3 versus 1 plus a 3 versus 2 plus a shrine. 4 versus 2 now. Just going to put the pufferfish in the bush, so if the enemy team does walk up, they can't see it, but they can take the damage before they can kill it, which is a cheeky tactic you should see a lot of Murky players doing if they're any good at the character. Right, but Octograph is a ridiculously long stun, and it just continues as long as Murky is alive through the duration channeling it. So it's a 3-second stun, which is insane. And he does 1 damage, 1 damage per whack, while they are stunned. So you'll see him hitting them with a fish. Each of those is one damage. Now that ability, however, is your best way to get the, what? Oh, no. I got some damage, but I did die. But anyway, Octograph is the best way to get your pufferfish damage guaranteed on a single target. I don't know what Malthael's doing over here. He's completely visible in our egg, trying to steal our camp, so somebody needs to teach this man a lesson. We're just going to Octograph him outside of the pufferfish real quick, and then shove some slime into his hood hole. That sounded weird, didn't it? It's a weird game. We're playing a weird character. It's going to happen. Got the pufferfish damage. Wow. Just wow. Super good at clearing these camps and killing people and pushing lanes. You just gotta be careful with your tiny ass health bar or you're gonna get stuff fucked up. I mean, it's fascinating how good this character can be, while in the meantime being kind of shitty. But back to our talent build. So, since, oh my, our Asmo named Anduin is just eating all the damage. But the talents for Murky, I'm just kind of going with a build that I feel like incorporates all the talents that are actually consistent for me. So you'll see as the game goes on. Ooh, she crystalled herself for some reason, and then gets blasted by the Asmo explosion. We're just going to get killed by the last rites, I guess. Or I guess Malthael just wanted the stacks, but we're coming back fast and furious from the top side here. Malthael looking pretty dead. Got him with the Octograph to make sure that he can't run away, and Thrall is going to be the next to die. Don't even need to run over there, but just in case. Genji's getting all the kill secures. We've got the bottom side shrine building, tower. We've got the bottom right tower from the enemy team, so we're going to be doing more damage as well. And I can talk to you about the build. So, at level 1 here, I don't really want to take Fishy Deal. Fishy Deal is Murky's bribe, and you have to get stacks of this by killing minions. But because there are 3 minions, or mercenaries, per camp on this map, it's going to be a lot more difficult to get enough bribe stacks to get these out as often as I would want them to be. So instead of taking Fishy Deal, we're going to take Fisheye instead. Fisheye is going to basically give us a huge AoE of vision from the egg. Man, we are just falling apart here. Looks like Sergeant Hammer's going down next. Genji is on the run. Can he get the Malthael kill? We have effectively traded 2 for 2.5 because, or 2.25? 2.25, I think, because I died as well. But, right, so all that being said, Fisheye gives you this massive AoE of vision. You can see it on the map in the bottom right. All that area around our egg is visible. It's revealing any stealthies, if there were any on the enemy team. If they walk in there, they're completely unstealthed in the radius of our egg, which is fantastic. Not only that, but when you come back from die with Fisheye, your mount speed goes up considerably as well. So Murky's mount speed to 45% for 5 seconds when you respawn from the egg. That means, especially on Towers of Doom, with my egg here, I can get to temple sites or shrine locations, objectives, really insanely fast, and even, you know, spawning between the top and the bottom lanes. I mean, I'll get there almost lightning fucking quick. Genji gonna make it out before he gets last righted. Big sundering to knock everybody off the point. We're trying to make our way in here. Got a safety bubble through the Falstad ultimate. Looks like Sergeant Hammer is just sieged up and not given a single solitary fuck. I don't want to let them have that for free, but I don't think that there's anything I can do to stop them. Oh, we got the pufferfish slime to interrupt the Malthael. And there is the interrupt from the Asimo on the Thrall as well. I think I'm dead. We're just going to safety bubble. Nope, looks like Sergeant Hammer is going to die to the last rites because it's an immobile Sergeant Hammer for some reason. Anyway. Your, right. So your level 1 talents are all fairly utility-based. Fisheye, I love it. Egg Hunt could be better. But it also gives you a bonus when you spawn from the egg, which is just making Murky stealthy. So that's not terrible. Putting fake eggs down is also a really fun way to fuck with the enemy team. And they do occasionally provide a little bit of wave clear as well if they're killed. So it is kind of this weird offlane 1v1 talent. But a lot of the time you're just going to see the bribe talent because it's really good for what a lot of Murkies want to do. They just want to play this AFK split push Murky game and find whatever, do that, but I don't like doing that. So no more level 1 talk, I promise. Our level 4 talent, Living the Dream, is again the easiest way to get damage off of this character, and you only have to stay alive. So anytime excuse me, the duration of time that you live is going to give you an increased amount of spell power. It's 5%, I believe. Yes, it's going to be 5% for every 15 seconds that Murky is alive, up to a cap of 25%. And considering that most of Murky's abilities are most of Murky's damage is ability based, you're going to be getting huge amounts of damage for that 25% spell power in both your slime, your pufferfish, and that's it. Because none of our other abilities do damage. But if we get a big pufferfish Octograph combo, that person is dead, almost guaranteed. Now, our Alexstrasza is a bot right now for some fucking reason. So we're not going to have any healer for quite a while. It's 19 to 20. The enemy team is looking pretty spooky. And we've got talents to talk about anyway. Now, Living the Dream, again, all the damage is going to be in that talent, and it's going to be reset anytime that you die. Tougher Fish and Slime Time are okay, but This is the most consistent for me, and it's, I feel like, the most efficient. Slippery, when wet, we're going to get 50% move speed and move through units while in safety bubble, and we're going to reduce the cooldown by 2 seconds. Now, the 2-second cooldown reduction is fine, but the move speed is more what we're after when we're picking Slippery when wet, because getting in and out of team fights with this character, with this ability, is really important for applying slime, to getting to targets that need to get hit by your pufferfish combo. It's really, really, really important. Not only that, but I mean, you're completely invincible when this stuff is happening. Oh my god, she crystalled my Octograph. I'm not in love with that. But my cooldown is shorter, so that is effectively a better trade for us. But anyway, safety bubble itself is going to be really... Wow. Alex Strazabot just deleted. Safety bubble is really, really strong for keeping Murky alive. I've seen people take Black Lagoon here as well, which I don't think is a bad talent, but it does definitely reduce Murky's survivability. And that's something that I want to have a lot with this character, mainly because I want to keep my Live in the Dream stacks open, and I don't want to just go feeding random deaths into the enemy team because we're Murky. I don't think that's a solid use of our abilities. Gonna put the pufferfish down to get some slime. We're gonna Octograph him just to make sure that he dies. There he goes, getting the final hit with our slime and the extra damage. Now, 13, we're actually going to pick up Fish Tank. I was thinking about Rejuvenating Bubble, but Fish Tank is actually really strong with Live in the Dream. So we're going to get 25% of the damage that we get, or the damage that we do with our abilities back in health. And that is damage to anybody. So this talent works just purely off of the damage with basic attacks and abilities. I'm going to die, but it's okay. I'm a huge distraction. Just barely missing a little bit of a heal that may have kept me alive. Sergeant Hammer is still just sitting on top of the tunnel with her graduating range, I assume? Who knows? I think that's a shit talent, but I guess it saved us a little bit of time. I don't think I can go in there and stop them again, so we're going to have to let them have the shrine. But Fish Tank, healing for 25% of the damage that you do is crazy, especially if you're pufferfishing a minion wave or you're sliming a minion wave in multiple heroes. The more ability damage that you're doing with Murky is going to be doing a lot of healing for you, and considering that all of this ability damage is AoE plus your auto attacks, you can get a lot of healing back with this character, and it's crazy good. And I just... Oof. It took me until this game to really figure out, like, this talent is fat amounts of healing. Just so thick. So you probably won't see me taking Rejuvenating Bubble anytime in the future. Well, anytime that I play Murky ever again, honestly. But you can see it right there. Like, just all that healing is so much. Alright, I'm done. We're done with the 13 talent. I'm going on to the 16 talent, Fish Oil. Holy fuck. I don't know why I'm so tired today. Super mega apologies. Jesus. It's like someone stuck a blow dryer inside my eyeball and it shrank my brain too. Anyway, Fish Oil is going to cast slime at the location of the pufferfish. So basically the pufferfish drops, it shoots out a bunch of slime, and that is going to let Murky hit his own slime to immediately do a whole bunch of extra damage to whatever target that he's hitting. So that, in and of itself, means that your pufferfish can now do damage, so it can interrupt things on Towers of Doom, which is fantastic, at a really big range. Ooh, we got the slime applied to 4 people and almost killed the Falstad there. Damn. Enemy team looking ripe for the pickings. Zul has dropped his skeleton, so we can't go channeling anything anytime soon. Genji's still dead, and the enemy team is looking like they want to run at us a little bit, but they've decided against it, so we'll just take the free channel. Way to go us. Fuck yeah, team. Now, again, Fish Oil, since it drops the slime from the pufferfish, you get that immediate activation on your Q for doing more damage. Wave clearing is instantly possible with just one pufferfish, and it's a lot of huge AoE damage that you can pull in team fights, just kind of picking out the best Octograph target. Getting stunned into the wall. Looks like Thrall's going to get Octograph because he's just standing in the middle of 4 fucking people, and Ariel's going to die on the backside as well. I'm going to get the camp out. We're going to do this nice and quick, get that bottom shrine back real fast, so when the next... Ooh, okay, Alexstrasza is just dead. Because it's a bot, and I don't expect it to show up to things that I ping. We get the bottom fort back, we get a big channel on the next objective, and things should start looking up, hopefully. Even though the Alexstrasza is a bot, I'm less concerned, because the enemy team hasn't really shown me any sort of respect because I'm playing Murky, and that will be a problem for them. Just gonna bubble in, we're gonna go ahead, get 648 more damage on that Zool, and I'm gonna talk to you about the level 20 talent, the Big Tuna Kahuna. Murky's maximum health and egg spawn respawn time are doubled. So maximum health, we are now 3,602 health, which is nuts for this character, who has got an invincible button, stupid amounts of healing, and what is it? 16-second death timer now. Even still at level 20 and beyond, 16 seconds is crazy short. And considering that we have so much movement speed from our egg that really hasn't been moved from the middle lane tower, is nuts. It's gonna dodge that shock and awe real quick. Gonna get the Zool in the Octograph. Genji is gonna help us out with the kill. Sergeant Hammer, again, being shacked up in one spot for so long is definitely going to get you killed, but we're going to take the Falstad out. Genji dying on the bottom side to Thrall. Unfortunately, Thrall is ready to come back over to the shrine now. Looks like our Alexstrasza has finally made it back, so this is a human. Hopefully they don't play like a bot. Trying to protect them a bit as well. Asmo trying to get the channel. Enemy team only has 3 shots to go. You don't just have to stand there, my man. I mean, I am tanky, but you can move. Double kill from myself, and we're just going to continue to punch Thrall until Alexstrasza steals our kill and our glory, and we win the game. This build was really effective. I wasn't actually expecting it to be because I kind of lost my way while I was playing, kind of forgetting what we're doing, but it worked out really well. I don't know if I agree with that, but it's fucking Asmo. He's just a stat wagon, and that's all that the character does. So, sure, he can have it. 8 Merc camps, that was me, huh? Alright. So, your 122 siege damage. 122,000 siege damage. We may not have done a whole bunch of hero damage, but at the same time, we did it when it counted. So, people died when I got them in a Octograph, or they just ignored us in team fights. Like, all that stuff leads to a very, very strong Murky. And a lot of the consensus right now is just to ignore the character in team fights, which I don't think you can do. He's got some wicked strong CC, and with this build specifically, just really hot damage. So your build, again, is going to be Fisheye at 1. We're taking Live in the Dream at 4. Slippery When Wet at 7. Octograph at 10. We're going to take Fish Tank at 13. Fish Oil at 16. And then the Big Tuna Kahuna at 20. So we can just be all sorts of in the faces of the enemies, doing damage, tanking everything, being invincible, throwing fish, throwing slime, being the unholy terror that we were born to be every 8 seconds. So, there you have it. Murky is out of the way. I know, hopefully this makes the Murky player stop and think. But if it doesn't, whatever. It's done with. I may actually start playing this character more because this build was actually a lot of fun. And that is it. I'll be back tomorrow with Nazebo so we can talk about another meme character. 2 in a row. Really cool. And then Nova after that, a 3rd meme character. Can you believe it? And then we'll end the week on Orphea, who is fine-ish, I guess. Anyway, I'll see you there. Goodbye.